I'm just doing this little speed build here. This is a starter house in Sims 4, Willow Creek, that just kind of needed updated, I believe. Hello. Yep, I always do speed builds when I do live streams. I'll download it and then I'll turn it into a speed build. In fact, let me pause this right quickly so I can get my settings on my live stream set. You give me just a couple seconds here. Sorry, I just want to make sure before I forget. Sometimes this is checked, sometimes it's not. I always want to make sure my chat live replay is set. I'm going to go ahead and turn this on. It's not that long of a video this time because it is a speed build. And speed builds are anywhere from 30 to maybe 45 minutes. This was a smaller house that I did an edit on, so yeah, it's not that big. So here we go. Oopsie. Why is it not working? Okay. I didn't realize that was in there. Sorry about that. Normally I cut that stuff out, but I didn't catch that. So, yeah. It's a starter home, and in Willow Creek, and I'm going to edit, renovate, make it just a little bit bigger. Hope you can hear the music. I've got it really low, so that way when I'm talking it won't be overwhelming audio, you know? So, anyways, so I really love this cottage living kitchen build items. I think that's my favorite of all the packs when it comes to the build buy, I guess I should say. So this video is going to be right about 30 minutes, or maybe a little over 30 minutes. And I'm doing the kitchen a little bit different. I wanted to try something new. Even though technically it's already been kind of built the kitchen table for little ones. If you have a toddler, we can use the center table. We can put those little rods. There's a booster chair rod, and they can sit at a dining table, but it won't work like for corner tables. I didn't have enough room to do like the bar, So I'll have to redo those steps, no biggie, because the steps railings going in the wall, so I'm just going to push that off and just redo the steps. And I'll redo that little sidewalk area. There we go. I think that matches. Finding the right one, because I didn't build the house. It's an EA build, so not sure which one they used, but I figured it out. So I just kind of did away with that little kitchen wall, and I'm just going to make it an open floor plan. I'm going to move this over, give a little bit more room for the living room area, or TV area, if you will. Now this is a medium height wall, so I saw one video where they had like one of those ladders that you climb and it has like a bar that goes across so you can slide the ladder across, almost kind of like they have in libraries. And I'm like, ooh, I wish I had one of those. I don't know what pack that came with, but maybe it was a mod. I don't even know, but I was like, ooh, that would be so perfect to have. Like, you have these kitchen cabinets that are really tall. Like, you're gonna have something to get up there in those cabinets, right? It's just not realistic, but anyways. I mean, if I was building for a house that you would actually sell in real life, those things you would have to kind of keep in mind. Nobody wants to like climb a ladder to get up into their cabinets. But I do like tall walls houses. But this is the medium height, so it's not that tall. But like seriously, that top corner there, how are you supposed to get those plates? Like you're literally gonna have to have a ladder. Anyways, it's just fun for building. And you know one thing I never add in my builds, and is a dishwasher. I just don't. I probably should. In bigger houses, I think from now on I may add a dishwasher just because I know a lot of people actually use those in their gameplay, and I've never really taken that into consideration. I mean, I still get downloads. Nobody's ever fussed about it, but it's not that hard to add a dishwasher if you really want it, you know? So that's kind of sort of a lemony tan color. I don't hear the music. Hang on a second. I think I might actually need to turn it down. Let me see. I know I have music. What? Huh. Hang on just a second. Uh-oh. Why is the music not playing? Sometimes the like I set the volume really low, but I think depending on the song it might be lower than volume than others. Yeah, I hear it but barely. And then some of the other songs are just louder, so I had to like go in and change the volume depending on what song was playing. I don't know why it's like that. I guess it depends on where I got it. I use, copyright free music, so. Hmm. I love that little record player. I love that little. I can. Do you hear it now? I am streaming a little bit early. I usually stream, just so y'all know, I usually stream around 7 p.m. if I'm gonna stream. Um, because we have storms coming in tonight, and although it says around 8:30, I'm just in case it comes early because I have to shut my computer down. Like, oh my gosh, last week we had storms and lightning struck. It took out several modems in the area, and the lightnings traveled through the modem into, if you had Ethernet like I do, took out my PC. So I'm going to be very careful. So since there's going to be a storm coming in, yeah, I'm probably going to be unplugging my computer. Hopefully, the weather will be wrong. We won't get one, but yeah. So I am scheduling my stream around the weather. Thank you. Okay, now to do this bedroom. Since it's a tiny bit bigger, I think I'll have enough space to put a little computer in there. But I'm going to use a little dining room table for a desk. I'm going to do a normal full-size desk since it's a small starter home. use a little laptop or a computer. And I did leave enough room on the side that, you know, the house could be turned into a 2-bedroom if you add a room on the side of the house when if somebody has a baby or something. If they don't want to buy another house and they just want to add on to this one to make it big enough for a toddler or a little one. Oh, I love those orchids. Hello, hello. Trying to find something with purple. Trying to add some purple plum theme to the room. Using springy colors. Like the living room's like yellow, white, and earth colors. Tan, you know. So some flowers for some springtime. I'm gonna do something with this bathroom. I think I'm gonna go with marble. So my hand's doing better. I got my stitches out yesterday. I had carpal tunnel surgery in my right hand, so I've been doing everything left-handed. So surgeon said that I can, you know, just do whatever I can tolerate, basically. But if it causes pain, don't do it. And you take breaks and whatnot. So it's just gonna take some time. Loving that piano. My allergies. Okay, so I get some stone fencing from Debug. You know, I really prefer to use fencing from Debug or some kind of border privacy thing because I like to build right on the line. not one square in, especially on smaller lots. I love that build. I'm gonna, maybe tonight I might go into that build there. Retail after me later after the storms pass, right? I love that build. I want to go in and look around. And maybe if I don't like the colors of the inside, I might edit the inside. But I just really think that's a really nice starter. Well, I don't know that that's actually a starter home because it's a little more costly. But it's in the starter home neighborhood, if you will. So, but I think it's really nice base game. Lower end houses build. So I want to check it out. I can't believe all this time I've never really been into any of the houses in The Sims 4. There's so many that I haven't been into. So let's just do some house tours. Now trying to close up that little space there on that side was a little tricky because I only had like such a tiny space to work with. So yeah, put that right on that. And sometimes, like hedges, you can even put a tiny bit off of the little bit past the lot line. And this really gives you the ability to have more space, I think. Because if you take one square from each side, you know, it does make your lot smaller to put the fence on, you know? Hello, hello! One moment with AMFR is in the house. How are you doing? Let me add you. I always refresh all my moderators after each stream, because if I don't, whenever somebody who's a mod comments on my channel, I won't know. So instead of having to go back and, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't really pay attention to like notifications. So I like to, most all my comments are held for review because I like to respond back to everybody who comments on my channel and pin comments and stuff like that. So that way I don't miss anybody commenting on my channel. So I just refresh after each stream. So I'm going to make a little pond here. And I didn't leave enough room on that side of the house that a small room could be added if somebody wanted it to be a 2-bedroom in case their Sims have a child. But it is a small starter home, so not really going to be a big family home. Of course, I mean, you could do away with the pond. There's plenty of room to make it a 3-bedroom if you did that. I don't hear any music. You hear music? Let me see. Okay, I'm hearing it. See, I have external speakers, and so I turn them down. And when I'm doing a video that is like, you know, a regular video that I'm playing, and I'm not actually live in the game, because I'm done a speed build, then I can turn my speakers down, but the music will still play when I stream, because it's playing from the video, not the audio from my speakers, if that makes sense. So sometimes I forget to turn my speakers down. So I have to like listen to my phone to see if it's actually working through my live stream. Okay, so yeah, that's actually pretty decent volume. So, and this will end over here on the right, like right here, a toddler can enter here and sit down and play in this, like it's a little pool, and this way it gives you entrance to it, so Sims can get in here and they can look for frogs, or toddlers can actually sit in the water and play, or they have the animation to play in the water there. So I always leave at least one side open and unobstructed for that reason. So I was just saying that's why I don't put flowers on that side. But of course, if you don't want that, you can just stick some flowers there and close it up. But that's another reason I like these little ponds, is because toddlers have the ability to get in them and play if there's a shallow part. And add a little bird feeder there. Oh, hello. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it very much. Just here to hit the, oh, thank you. I appreciate that very much. And of course, I will be stopping by your channel. I always try to reciprocate, and I appreciate all the support. Oh, I love those little booties you made, by the way. Oh my gosh, you guys, go, if you like crochet stuff, go check out her channel. She does really nice little crochet projects. And she does live stream very regularly, and sometimes she crochets when she's live streaming. But oh my gosh, her little booties with the little yellow buttons, oh my gosh, they're so cute. And I do crochet also, by the way. I once I get recovered from my surgery, I will be also starting nail bending, which is kind of, it predates both crochet and knitting, and it's really, really cool. So you kind of like use your thumb on one hand to kind of like wrap the stitches around. So I don't know how to explain it, but I did do a video on it, kind of showing and demonstrating the stitches, but I'm going to be doing some tutorials on that and some live streams on nail bending in the near future, and just waiting maybe another week. I may try, but I don't want to like overdo it, because like, you know, you can take the risk of, oh, you know, my hand's feeling better, and then, you know, I just really want to give my nerve a good chance to recover with, you know, so but the surgeon did say as long as I can tolerate it, you know, I can do it, you know. He said, but because I talked to him about the stuff that I do, and he just says, you know, not want to take breaks and kind of test it out, because sometimes you might do something and not feel the pain, and then later, you know, it'll be inflamed or whatever. So just kind of cautiously get back into things. But right now it hurts. I'm still very tender. Like, I can't even really use my hand for a whole lot of anything. So I'm gonna give it another week before I start messing around. Anywho's, I just got my stitches out yesterday. Put some of this little flower grass up here. I'm just doing, I don't know if I'm gonna put anything on the side of that or not. I did save this though, so right now the only way I'm playing Sims 4 is to go offline. So my computer crashed because of the lightning. It took out some modems in my area, and because I was on Ethernet, it traveled to my PC, and so I have to get a new, probably power supply unit to my PC, but I'm not gonna mess around with tiny screws and stuff like that until my hand recovers. So in the meantime, I may just do some Sims 4 offline builds, but because my game is so old, the Sims 4 hasn't, in this computer, hasn't been updated since I think last August. So it's kind of having some issues with trying to get in the game. So the most I can do is go in and just build, and so that's cool though, because that's all I really want to do. And then I'm going to, once I do that, get my PC fixed, I'm going to take Sims 4 out of my computer altogether, including the EA app and the whole 9 yards. So, and I'm going to eventually put a lot more lighting out here. Normally what I do is I take that floor lamp, it's like a glowing, cartoony type floor lamp, and I will, you know, put some color glow, and I'll like size it all the way down and hide it in plain sight stuff and stuff like that. But this time I'm just gonna put some lights. I just want it nice and bright at nighttime. So when my Sims are outside. Okay, so there's that. I'm getting close to the end of my video, guys. So I just want to say thank you so much for stopping in. I appreciate you very much. And what do you think of this? I can't upload to the gallery because I'm only playing offline. And I haven't updated anything, and I haven't signed any updated user agreement or any of that other stuff. So kind of in a boycott EA mode right now. So we'll see what the new ownership does when they take over. But yeah, guys, that's going to be it for now. I thank you so much for stopping in. Let me go ahead and make sure that I've got this open, because if I close it out without it being open, then I won't be able to like just click on and go to your channels, and I like to reciprocate. Plus I want to change my settings also. Okay, so there we are. Got that open now. Okay, please hit this like button right here. This one, that one, right there, if you haven't already, and I appreciate that so much. And maybe later tonight after the storms. I don't know. Anyways, I did live stream early for that reason, because of the storms. So I don't want you to think I changed my schedule. It's normally 7 p.m. from Sunday through Thursday, and yeah, I might do one on the weekend, but I hope you have a blessed evening, and I'll see you again soon.